Hello, welcome. I hope you guys are doing good. Thank you so much for joining me. Today's reading is the person on your mind. What are their intentions towards you at the moment? All right. So we have three groups for you to choose from: group one, two, and three. If you need to pause the video for a few moments so you can take a bit more time to choose your group, feel free. But I will see you guys in your readings. Hey, welcome. If you've chosen the first group, then this reading could be for you, the person on your mind. What are their intentions towards you at the moment? Okay, so to start off with, we have the Six of Swords upright, Justice card upright, and the Queen of Cups in reverse. So at the moment, like their energy does seem quite logical. Maybe like that could be how they're approaching you or the connection at the moment, or that could be where their intentions are at the moment. Um, but it does feel like it is their intention to move on from something or someone for the betterment of your relationship. They could feel the need to put something behind them before they are able to be open with you, be honest and more consistent. So they do plan on leaving part of their past behind them. They may not want to, but they feel that they have to, not only for, the betterment of your relationship, but also for their, personal growth. So it is their intention for you to be a fresh start for them, and a reason to transition and move away from some things. So they do intend on being a different person with you, a different person than they've been in the past, and they plan on being more themselves. They want you to really see them. So they also intend on being a better person. And again, like this isn't solely for you or for your relationship, but in their mind, if they better themselves, then they can show up healthier for you, but also in the other areas of their life. So it feels like they're also focusing on their own growth. And it also feels like it's their intention to maybe uplift you and also encourage your growth as well. It's their intention to not really make any promises when it comes to you or your relationship, and just to see how things go. They also intend to resolve any lingering issues between you guys and leave behind any negativity. They also want to see if you can support them, if you are able to treat them fairly. They also intend on treating you fairly, and to see if you both can treat each other with respect and accountability. And they also plan on holding themselves accountable whenever they need to, and acting with honesty and integrity in the relationship that they have with you. So it also feels like they intend on giving you the truth and getting the truth from you. And this could be about something specific that you would be more aware of, or this could just be general transparency between you guys. They want your actions and intentions to mirror theirs. So they could want for you guys to be on the same page. Feels like they want for you guys to reflect each other. Not that they want you guys to be similar. For some of you, this could be representing each other well. This could be maybe something that you would be more aware of. It could also be that they want you guys to be compatible. But it feels like they don't really intend on sharing the depth of their emotions just yet. But they do want you to be comfortable to share yours. They may actually intend on withdrawing a little emotionally, because they may not want to let themselves go in that way just yet. They could have some fears, and opening up in this way may not be like a shallow thing to them. Like it could mean something to them, and it may not be something they do easily and with everyone. And they could feel that, your connection could just do with a little more, patience when it comes to maybe, opening up emotionally. But they do intend on being mature, and they want you to feel comfortable being who you are as well. So they want you guys to respect each other for who you both are individually. So they could also want to get over past manipulations. And these past manipulations may not have anything to do with you. It feels like they don't want to judge you based on certain past experiences that they've had. And yeah, so they do plan on being more consistent and decisive as well in your relationship. So moving on, we have I tell my family and friends about you. We have I'm focused on my priorities. So we have curious, I'm done, you are the yin to my yang, we have partner in crime, and it's not just physical, it's also spiritual. We have value your self-worth. We have gift, be present, and we also have listen to advice. So if this makes sense for your connection, for a lot of you here, it is their intention to maybe slowly introduce you to their family and friends, like kind of slowly, bring you in. It's also their intention for you both to not lose sight of your priorities. It's their intention for you guys to work very well together. So with I'm done, that was clarified by the Five of Swords and the Nine of Swords. So they could also be done with conflict. I mean, this could be something that they're experiencing in other areas of their life, or maybe even in previous relationships. platonic or what have you, depending on who you're asking about. But it feels like they're kind of done with that stress, and maybe done with things that can, bring about mental stress and issues as well. It's also their intention to be quite curious about you. I mean, they already are pretty curious of you. And with you are the yin to my yang, it feels like they want you both to be, like, not to say that you guys aren't whole, like on your own, but they want for you guys to be that little bit that could be missing. Like, do you know what I mean? With the yin yang symbol, it's just like a little bit of dark and light, and vice versa. So it's almost like they want you guys, I don't want to say complete each other, but it almost feels like that. Like they want you guys to, like, if you lack in a certain area, they want to pick you up. If they lack in a certain area, they want you to be able to pick them up. Like they want you guys to be a good team. And it's also their intention to not only have a physical connection with you, but also a spiritual one, and also intellectual and emotional as well. So with listen to advice, it feels like they could be getting advice on, your situation from someone else. And it feels like whatever advice they're getting, it could be very good advice. So they do plan on taking that advice when it comes to you. And that advice could be them opening up or coming out of their shell a bit more. With the Hermit in reverse. Like the advice could be just to like go for it and move forward with you with the Two of Wands as well, and Knight of Wands. So it's also their intention. It could be their intention right now to get you a gift or to do something meaningful. And finally, with value your self-worth, it could also be their intention, not only to value you, but to kind of make sure that in your relationship you both value each other. But that is all I have for those of you who chose this group. I really do hope it could be helpful. I'm wishing you guys the best. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Take care. Bye. Hey, welcome. If you've chosen the second group, then this reading could be for you, person on your mind. What are their intentions towards you at the moment? Okay, so to start off with, we have the Page of Swords upright, Seven of Wands in reverse, and the Four of Pentacles upright. Okay. So at the moment, it feels like it's their intention to build curiosity in your connection, in your relationship. Either they want you to be curious about them, or they want to explore their curiosity of you. It could actually be both. And it feels like they want people outside of your relationship connection to be curious about you too as well. So it feels like they want to build curiosity like on all fronts. They want to learn more about you, your likes, dislikes, your thoughts, your interests, your feelings. It's their intention right now to kind of watch you, not stalk you or anything, just study you, For some of you, they could be deciding to study you, like observe you, because they're growing bored and impatient, especially if there's distance here. So that could be something they're doing to, I don't want to say fill the time. I don't know if that's the right thing to say. It could be, it could be, um, until like something more like is able to establish between you guys. But they also do it because they do find you interesting, and like they could have this need to be like stimulated, and they could do that by observing you. I don't know if that sounds weird, but yeah, they also intend to eventually have very stimulating conversations with you. They want to see if you guys can engage each other on that mental and intellectual level. They also want to be wary and cautious of coming on too strong. Like they could plan on giving themselves to you in doses. They could think that you might be overwhelmed by them. So they could also want to understand you better before doing anything. Another reason they could be observing you. It feels like they also intend on seeing whether you can understand their humor. Like for some of you, I don't know who this person is, but they could consider some parts of themselves like an acquired taste, if that makes sense. So it feels like they recognize, or they just feel in themselves that some parts of them, like not everyone likes, or not everyone is going to take to them, you know, or certain parts of them. So it feels like they are cautious about that. It's also their intention to not come across insecure, and they could actually feel very insecure when it comes to you, but they don't want to, and are gonna try coming across as confident as possible, and to just put their best foot forward. So you see how there's been this message of them like observing you and such. They could also intend on actually holding back for a little while, maybe even avoiding you for a little while, as they may not feel ready. But again, like I don't know the dynamic between you and this person, but it feels like they would be less reluctant and more ready if you approach them. Like they may not, like that was clarified by the Fool, so they may not feel like they have that opening yet to kind of approach you in that way. So it feels like they're kind of holding back and just kind of watching you for now, you know? So they could also be worried about compatibility, worried that you guys wouldn't get along, worried about potential confrontations. So they don't necessarily intend on rushing into anything at the moment. So it also feels like it's their intention to give up, and not necessarily right now, but if they don't see the progress that they want to see here, they could they could intend on eventually, giving up. Like this, they could get overwhelmed fairly quickly when it comes to this kind of stuff. If I haven't said that already, but at the same time, they also plan on winging it a little bit when it comes to you, and maybe when it comes to direct communication. So it feels like they're kind of watching, waiting, kind of seeing how things play out, and kind of like seeing how things go and seeing how things develop. They will maybe kind of move forward, if they kind of see that opening there, or they might give up if they feel like they're not getting the results that they want to get, maybe due to maybe them feeling overwhelmed or like confused. They may not feel comfortable with those feelings. Um so yeah. So they also intend on protecting their boundaries. They also don't want to come across too abrasive, and like again, like they could feel super conflicted when it comes to you as well. So they could be kind of back and forth, with their intention. It's also their intention to not be possessive, and they also don't want to be possessed as well. But they also don't want to come across too uptight. So at the moment, they could also plan on working on their inner stability, and it feels like they really want to try not to get jealous when it comes to you, and to not fear losing you, and to not be controlled or controlling, or be too secretive. And this could be another reason, like they want to work on their confidence, so they kind of don't approach you with that kind of energy. Like for some of you, like they could actually be worried about putting you off in some way. So overall, it's their intention to avoid taking too big of a risk with you. They might decide on like isolating themselves a bit, um, seeing how things go. They also intend to hold on to the past where you both are concerned, like maybe holding on to the good times or those small and nice memories of your relationship and connection, or something else that you would be more aware of. So moving on, we have interested in someone else. We have I've been through some stuff. I plan to make your whole body smile. I'm still thinking of the little things you did and said. Don't judge me. Distance. And you've got me all wrong. We also have natural beauty and authenticity. And we have mountain hill, reach your goals. And we also have face your fears. So it could actually be their intention to see if there is someone else on your part, to maybe to see if you're interested in someone else. So I don't know if this could be another reason they're observing you, but it's also their intention to not get you wrong. And below that it says, don't judge me. So it's also their intention to not judge you. So with I plan to make your whole body smile, for some of you they do have intentions. I mean, maybe if it kind of gets to that level again, depending on what kind of connection this is, they could have those intentions, but they also intend on maybe giving you reasons to smile. And with I'm thinking of the little things you did and said, it feels like they're really holding on to those little moments between you guys. Like they could feel they've gotten certain hints from you and signs, like it may not be completely um, clear and plain, but they do intend to kind of hold on to those little moments that you guys have had. So, even though they do have intentions on giving up, eventually, if it even kind of pans out that way, but they also have intentions of, um, kind of keeping that hope as well. With distance, they intend on closing that distance between you guys eventually. Like they could actually be, maybe planning on how to close that distance, or like trying to figure out how they can do that. Maybe in a way that's not forced, like they don't want it to come across forced. So it feels like it's also their intention for you both to be vulnerable with each other at some point, or like they kind of want it to go in that direction. So with I've been through some stuff, like they could be planning, or they kind of hope to kind of open up to you about maybe certain things they've been through, and maybe kind of hear some of your stories and experiences and such. So with natural beauty and authenticity, it actually feels like it's their intention to see if you maybe find them attractive, or if you are able to kind of maybe take them for who they are and how they come at the moment. Maybe seeing whether or not they can just be themselves around you, and whether there is attraction with just them being themselves. With face your fears, like it could actually, like it feels like they do have, like they are cautious, they do have some fears when it comes to you, but it is their intention to face those fears, but just not in like a too risky kind of way, um, and not too forceful as well. And finally, with Mountain Hill, reach your goal, it's also their intention to kind of maybe try and accept the fact that maybe building something with you, or what or something within your relationship is going to take a lot of hard work, and they are trying to just kind of like maybe come to terms with that and accept it for what it is. But that is all I have for those of you who chose this group. I really do hope it could be helpful and make sense, and I'm wishing you the best. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Take care of yourself. Bye. Hello, very beautiful people. I hope you guys are doing good. If you've chosen the third group, then this reading could be for you. So the person on your mind, what are their intentions towards you at the moment? So to start off with, we have the Three of Wands in reverse, Page of Pentacles, in reverse, and the Nine of Wands upright. So, 1 second. So please only take what makes sense for you. But at the moment, it feels like it's their intention to maybe be a bit more childish. For some of you, they could want to put you off by being a bit immature, but only take that if it makes sense for the person you're asking about. They could also intend on filling you in on something, maybe giving you more insight, maybe about their feelings, plans, or something more relevant to your relationship with them. But it also feels like they intend on not showing you their lack of confidence. It could be a lack of confidence in themselves or their plans. And it feels like they don't really plan on taking advantage of any plans with you or any opportunities with you, at least at the moment. It honestly, it doesn't really seem like they have any, real intentions towards you, like any real focus and plans when it comes to you. Like they could be thinking of playing games with you, but I just can't really tell in which way this is. And I honestly can't feel whether their intentions are good or bad. Maybe they aren't really thinking about you all that much at the moment. Maybe a proper connection hasn't really been formed yet, or there's been very little progress, so they don't really have reason to think about you in a way where they're kind of like, focused and they have intentions and they have these plans. But this could be someone that is avoiding commitment or close connection. It feels like they aren't really ready to take any action. They could actually plan on focusing more on other connections or another connection. And maybe seeking a connection with this person at the moment could end up being quite painful for you, as they could be a bit maybe antisocial for some of you, or they may not be very exciting, or they're not able to be very exciting. Like they wouldn't be able to move forward with you. Maybe lifestyles aren't compatible. And you could be on this person's radar, but they might not be aware of your attention or your feelings for them. It does seem like their intentions would be very different if they were aware of your focus or your interest in them, whatever that could be. Or if there was more of a grounded, connection formed. Like they could quite like the idea of you, but they could be afraid of you as well. So, I mean, if a foundation isn't formed between you and them, this could end up being someone you naturally drift away from, unless, maybe if you were the one to approach them. I mean, I don't know what you want from this person anyway, um but it feels like if you did form more of a connection with them, it could end up being a bit stagnant. They might not be able to focus on you. They could end up being a bit of a struggle for you. There could be a lot of, procrastination, or end up being a lot of procrastination. And, they could be reluctant to be responsible. like reluctant to take things seriously, maybe most of the time. So yeah, if anything was to happen, you may need to make most of the effort. This person, they could also be quite self-protective, and it might be hard for you to try and lower their guard, you know, if you were to even try. But yeah, there's not much intent coming through with these cards, and I won't try to force it, you know, but yeah, that's the energy that's coming through. We'll see what else these cards have to say. So we have take the lead. We have don't say no, say yes. We have trust your intuition. Sorry. We have do you want to be on my team? We have you are too good for me. We have meh. We have we need to talk. Ending a trauma. Alien. And divine life purpose. So it does feel like they intend to be open to conversation with you, with we need to talk. So a lot of these messages could actually be messages from your guide. So with take the lead, it feels like you would need to, you know, kind of be the one to take the lead and kind of make most of the effort with this person. And even then, you may not, I mean, I don't know what kind of results you even want from them, but you may not get the results that you want from them. So for some of you, with you are too good for me, your guides could want you to see that this person may not be the best thing for you right now. And if any of you like work with this person, if any of you like share an environment with this person, maybe you have to be around them quite often, they could actually intend on, you know, listening to you, maybe trying to maybe follow your advice, maybe trust your intuition on certain things as well, especially if you do work closely with them. So if there is that kind of dynamic there, they could intend on maybe you guys working better together, or you guys kind of being more of a cohesive team. Your guys could also want you with meh. Your guys could also want you to see that they are maybe a bit apathetic or disinterested, maybe at the moment. So for some of you with this card here, don't say no, say yes. They could intend on being a bit more agreeable when it comes to you. Again, like especially if that dynamic is there, maybe where you guys have to interact with each other or work with each other. And with alien, like only take this if it makes sense, but it feels like for some of you, your guides also want you to make sure that you don't even consider or even think about changing any part of yourself for someone. They want you to continue to accept yourself for who you are, you know. So with divine life purpose, it also says trust the signs and your inner guidance. And we also have trust your intuition here. So it feels like your guys also really do want you to trust your intuition and any signs that you get in regards to this person that you're asking about, and to really trust yourself. And ending a trauma, that was clarified by the world upright. So let me see. So your guys could actually want you to kind of maybe leave this situation for now. Maybe, put it behind you. And maybe focus on your purpose and kind of just see what happens and feel out the situation and kind of continue to trust yourself and your feelings and your intuition when it comes to this person. Okay. But that is all I have for those of you who chose this group. I'm sorry if maybe some of the messages weren't what you wanted to hear. I don't know. But I am wishing you guys the best, and I hope everything works out for the best. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Okay, take care. Bye.